Guru Gurutamodam Satya Satya Parakrama Nimisho Nimisha Sagvi Vachaspati Rudaradhi. These are the lines from Vishnu Sahasranama, the 1,000 names of Vishnu, which says, "Who the one who is foremost among preceptors, teachers, gurus, one who is abode of all desired things, one who is the truth, one who is of great valor, one whose eyes are closed, one with eyes closed, adorned with garland, adorned with the Lord of speech, one with vast knowledge." Why are we speaking about Vishnu as Guru here? Because we come to the 8th nakshatra of Pushya, which falls in the zodiac sign of Cancer. This nakshatra falls between 3 degrees 20 minutes of Cancer to 16 degrees 40 minutes of Cancer. So what is this nakshatra give energies and life themes to us about? Well, its nature, first of all, as we focus, is swift. So it acts very swiftly on everything. Its Gana is Dev, so it will be inclined to do the right thing always. Dev Ganas are always inclined towards higher learning, higher knowledge, etc. And the deity, most importantly, is Brihaspati. That is why we took the Guru lines from Vishnu Sahasranama. Brihaspati is the advisor to the Devas, the teacher, the Guru of the Devas themselves is Brihaspati. So the energy of this nakshatra is patience, wisdom, kindness. They can be optimistic by nature, especially with Leo, growth and positivity in the first pada, because there's Cancer going into Leo. They have a theme of neglecting the spouse in favor of their duties or work. They can have analysis of relationship. They can be dependable in pada 2. Virgo, because Cancer goes into Virgo in Navamsha, they do a lot of analysis of just about everything. Blind to dangers is another theme, as if having a tunnel vision of some sort. They are not aware of something going south around them immediately in their physical vicinity or in the vicinity of their life. Jealousy can be another aspect to them on the downside, which especially can be in the 4th pada with Cancer going into Scorpio. They help selflessly. They have generosity for community in pada 1. Maybe even in pada 3, because Cancer is going into Libra. Libra is all about others, the community. Very futuristic. They make great hosts, hosting people over for lunch, dinner, that kind of a thing. They can be forgiving. They love to share with people. They have a very nourishing speech. Pushya means the nourisher, the one who nourishes. So it's a beautiful nakshatra. Nourishing speech and voice. They have universal compassion. They're artistic, could be very artistic people, especially in the 3rd pada with Libra there. Teaching and nourishing children, especially in pada 1 with Cancer going into Leo. So what does the beautiful Pushya Nakshatra, the nourisher, teaches as life lesson? Don't hold back action, thinking there isn't enough knowledge or wisdom yet. Both effort and knowledge are necessary. That's a very deep one, isn't it? If we hold ourselves back thinking, oh, I don't have enough wisdom yet to start acting on something, well, you have some wisdom to start with. Let's go with just that, shall we? So you go with whatever knowledge and wisdom you have. Don't hold back your action based on thinking that there isn't enough wisdom yet. Because Pushya is more inclined towards learning all the time. You see? That's where this comes from. You keep learning one after the other books and get degrees after degrees. You're never doing anything for anyone. Mantra is Vishnu Sahasranama, because Vishnu is the biggest guru, the guru of gurus, guru of devas. The ages this nakshatra will become very active is 16, 24, 33, and 40. So you can see these are dominant critical times in our life, 16, 24, 33, 40. But it is not a very frequently occurring one. So whenever this occurs in whichever house it occurs, this will be the dominant theme of that particular age. Okay. Next on our list would be Ashlesha Nakshatra, we'll do that next. Kameshwara Prema Ratna Mani Pratipanastani Nabhyala Vala Romali Lata Phala Kujadvayi. These are the beautiful lines from Lalita Sahasranama, the 1000 names of the Divine Mother Goddess, or another name for Kundalini or Shakti, sung by Vishnu himself. Okay, why are we talking about Lalita Sahasranama? We come to the 17th out of 27th nakshatra in our series of nakshatra studies. Anuradha Nakshatra. Anuradha meaning one who is following Radha. Radha as in the consort of Krishna. Her life theme was all about finding true love, devotion form of love. The love between two individuals which transcends into devotion. Keep that in mind as we go along. So Anuradha Nakshatra falls squarely within Scorpio. Now we are talking about the Scorpio, right? The depth of emotion. In this particular Anuradha Nakshatra, which falls between 3 degrees 20 minutes of Scorpio to 16 degree 40 minutes of Scorpio, we have four padas of Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha going into Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio itself. So there is a Virgotama or the higher transcendence of Scorpio. Let's say in the Moksha pada. This is the highest of Moksha padas of Scorpio itself. Okay. So the Anuradha Nakshatra can play very dominantly in the fourth pada, basically. So if majority of your personal planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Moon, etc., fall in the fourth pada, it will be very, very dominant, especially even if the ascendant is in the fourth pada. So let's get into the nature, life themes, and energies of Anuradha Nakshatra. It is a soft nakshatra. It is a soft nakshatra and its Gana is Dev and its deity is Mitra. Mitra is one of that of friendship. These people will be opposed to any kind of confrontation of any kind. They'll avoid confrontational energies because it's a soft nakshatra and it is Devgana. Devganas do not typically like confrontation of any kind. What are the energies of Anuradha Nakshatra? Reward of love, friendship, as the deity suggests. Mitra is a deity of friendship. They are of loyalty. They are very loyal creatures. So once you make a friends with an Anuradha Nakshatra person, a dominantly Anuradha Nakshatra person in personal planets, you can expect loyalty from them to the maximum. Intimacy of the heart, that's what they are seeking. Depths of emotional bonding. Depths of emotional bonding can be found even in the first and third padas, Leo and Libra. They are seeking that. Devotion out of romantic love, love of sexual intimacy, the act of merging, the act of orgasmic kind of love is Anuradha Nakshatra because we're talking about Scorpio here. It wants to get to the essence of things. They have a theme of understanding the essence of love in their life. It also would symbolify unrequited love. They might have a tendency to lose one true love of their life, once in a lifetime kind of love. They are about fulfillment of promises. They are about universal love. They're very good diplomatic people. They are good to lead a team of people because they understand this emotion. They understand this emotion of being soft, taking the team together with you because deity is Mitra of friendship. Who is better to lead a team than a person who knows what the essence of friendship is? They have the power to worship, devotion, like we said. It's a very devotional kind of love they must try to aspire to. They can be very artistic, especially in the first pada, Scorpio going into Leo. They can be very disciplined in the second pada, going into Virgo. They can be very humanitarian, or Scorpio going into Libra in the third pada. They can be extremely intense in the fourth pada, because Scorpio goes into Scorpio. You can't get any more Scorpio than that. Scorpio in the natal and Scorpio in the Navamsha. So, what's the life lesson of Anuradha Nakshatra? Merging needs bond of love to be aroused to reach the zenith point, the orgasmic point. Meaning what? If you were to expand on this, it means the love that Anuradha Nakshatra, ascendant Anuradha Nakshatra, moon, and if more planets and points are posited here, it means this person, these individuals are seeking to merge love with that orgasmic point in sexual merging. It's a highly sexual nakshatra, but it needs love, which means you can't just go merging with everyone else. It needs that bond of love to reach the climax. So these people, in order for them to feel anything, they must be completely merged with the other individual. That's what Anuradha Nakshatra essence means. So it can be very in the depth of love itself, love between two people we are speaking of. That's why I recommend Lalita Sahasranama, because Mother Goddess knows this essence of love. That's the first two lines I said from Lalita Sahasranama in the beginning. The ages active for this nakshatra is 25, 26, 29, 37, 44, 48, 63, 66, and 84. So moderately active nakshatra, the Anuradha Nakshatra. Next, we shall be dealing with Jyeshtha Nakshatra. So stay tuned. Savyo Vasarpati Nila Grivo Vilohitaha Utainam Gopa Adrishan Daharyaha Utainam Vishwa Bhutani Sadrishto Mridayadina. These are the wonderful lines from Rudra Prashna. We are asking questions to Rudra, the Lord of Dissolution. Why are we talking about that? Because we are speaking about the 26th nakshatra out of the 27th, called Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra, which falls in the zodiac sign of Pisces between 3 degrees 20 minutes to 16 degrees 40 minutes of Pisces. The Navamsha goes from Leo up till Scorpio. Now, Uttara Bhadrapada is a twin brother of the previous one which we did, Purva Bhadrapada. So this also has the energy of Rudra buried in it. But this is kind of the opposite. Purva Bhadrapada was all about fire, and this is all about water. So it's completely opposite for this nakshatra. The nature of this nakshatra is fixed, and the symbol is of a water serpent of the deep. Ahir Budhyana is the deity, the water serpent of the deep. Now think about the symbology of water serpent of the deep. The serpent itself represents in Vedic tradition about transformation. Wherever the serpent goes, it's transforming something. It is shedding old skin. It is becoming something new. That's what serpent represents. In every one of these nakshatra we have done so far, look at the serpent symbology. It's about transformation. Spiritual, mental, emotional, at whatever level you want to wish to call it, it represents transformation. Now, Uttara Bhadrapada has got a transformation of emotion, because water represents moksha signs. The Cancer, the Scorpio, and the Pisces. So in Pisces, this represents the ultimate transformation. And coming after Purva Bhadrapada, which is all about fire and burning everything to cinders, what does Uttara Bhadrapada have left? Uttara Bhadrapada is therefore the energy of seeking permanence, stability in a fleeting world. They see everything in their life as fleeting. It's gone. It comes for a minute and then it's gone. Where is my stability? This is the question Uttara Bhadrapada asks itself. They are all about endurance. They are very enduring people. Forbearance. Realizing the true emotional fortunes of life is their theme. They're looking for emotion because it falls in Pisces. Remember, Pisces is represented by the ocean. the final dissolution place of all rivers, so to speak, the ocean. So they are wanting to realize the emotional fortunes of life. On the downside, they can be very procrastination type, especially in Pada 3, Pisces going into Libra. They could be scholarly and counselors and needing fame, especially in Pada 1 going into Leo. They could be analytical in Pada 2. They could have the theme of passivity in Pada 3, again going with Libra. They are wanting to share knowledge with the public. They have an energy of mysticism, occult with action. And they could also, on the downside, be lost in an internal emotional turmoil, especially in Pada 4, Pisces going into Scorpio. If Pisces goes back into Scorpio, it is kind of taking a step back, isn't it? That's why they can get lost in internal turmoil, emotional turmoil. Why are such things happening to me? We are trying to define what's happening by the way of your emotions. You can do it multiple ways, right? You can understand it in a mental plane, or you can understand it at an emotional level. Now, Pisces, being all about water and moksha, the 12th traditional house, looks at everything in an emotional color. The life lesson for this beautiful nakshatra is finding emotional connect with external beings, true spiritual essence inside. It should be true spiritual essence inside. Anyway, finding permanence within temporary aspects. If everything in life is fleeting, they need to find the so called thread of permanence which lies hidden within those temporary aspects. If anything is temporary, also, it has a permanent emotional signature to it. The challenge of Uttara Bhadrapada is to discover that emotional thread which runs through everything temporary. It's like looking at secrets which are hidden in plain sight. This is the theme. And doing it with an emotional body. Finding emotional connect with external beings, the true spiritual essence inside. They need to find this. This is the life lesson. So the mantra, therefore, Rudra Prashna, will help them discover it, because Rudra is both the fire, Rudra is both the water. Rudra, when it becomes Shiva, it resides in the heart, the peaceful one, the calm one, the one who is content with oneself. That is Shiva. It resides in the heart. The Rudra resides in the third eye, which looks at everything in its true aspect, is not interested in anything anymore. That's why the third eye of Shiva is designated that which burns the entire creation to ashes, right? The destructive force of the third eye, which, what is it destroying here? It's just destroying illusions. That's it. So Uttara Bhadrapada and Purva Bhadrapada in this sense represent the heart chakra and the third eye chakra. Okay, we are graduating out of all the materialistic planes of existence. We are distilling it down to emotion or knowledge in its purest form. The ages active for this nakshatra is 11, 18, 19, 24, 64, 68, 70, and 75. So next we shall be doing the Revati nakshatra, the prosperous one. Take care, be safe.